Dakar sits at the westernmost point of mainland Africa, on a peninsula facing the Atlantic Ocean. What is it called? The African Renaissance Monument.
Oh yeah.
You can see the whole city from up there. As we started exploring Dakar, we began to realize how much history, culture, and identity were layered into the city.
Hey y'all, we're at the African Renaissance Monument. It's here behind us. You can see it's very, very large. About 10-15 minutes we're going to go inside, go up to the roof. People are still celebrating New Year's. Today's New Year's Day. We're going to go inside and go up to the top of the crown.
Yeah,
the Kufi. Anything you want to say?
Nah, the weather's nice.
It's a little cloudy today. A little more humid than it's been.
But it's also a little bit cooler, right on the ocean.
Yeah, we're surrounded by water here.
We can see
Dakar City behind us.
It's really beautiful.
And then we went up in this tiny little elevator that had room for like 3 people. There was a security guard in the elevator and he took up half the space. Completed in 2010, the African Renaissance Monument stands as a symbol of Africa looking toward the future. You can see the whole city from up there. Yeah, it was very cool, being able to see everything from up there.
Yay! We're here up in the top of the Monument of African Renaissance.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Le complice africain ou le traître africain.
Yeah, and there was like a guy who
who was a
explained everything
guide.
but in French.
He was talking about the different kinds of artists and the different important parts of the Senegalese culture, like the griots and
African contributions to global fashion and design. Stuff like that.
It was very lit.
It was very cool, yeah. Even when we didn't understand every word, it was clear that the monument was intended as a statement about history, identity, and the future. It was an ambitious monument in every sense of the word. It was a sculpture, a museum, a viewpoint, and a declaration. And it was just one of the many places that helped us understand how Dakar sees itself. The museum felt less like a collection of objects and more like a conversation about identity, memory, and creativity. Spending time there helped us understand that Dakar wasn't only a place we were visiting, it was also a place actively telling its own story.
We went to an art gallery.
Oh
That
yeah, I
was
still
cool.
follow that gallery. I'm on their mailing list.
Yeah, there was an art gallery in Dakar. It was interesting. Mostly kind of like socially aware
Yeah,
artwork. Yeah.
very cool.
Contemporary art seemed to be everywhere in Dakar, not just decoration, but commentary.
We went to markets. We
Yeah.
got fabric. We got clothes made.
That's true. Yeah, fabric.
Color was part of everyday life in Dakar, in the clothing, the markets, the artwork, and even the traffic. Dakar felt both modern and deeply rooted in history. The more time we spent in Dakar, the more layered it became. Art, history, and everyday life were woven together in ways we were only beginning to understand.
You about to max that?
I'm gonna try. Oh wow! Whoa! That's intense.